Borrusia Monchengladbach have had an incredible fall from being in the Champions League in the 2021 season to now suffering mediocrity in the Bundesliga. My name is Crispy Bacon and welcome to my first ever FC26 rebuild, and we are doing it with Borrusia Monchengladbach. Now, do not question the all red Crispy Bacon because bacon's red, that's my only logic. And now let's have a look at the squad and the star players in the team. Now, I have chosen the 4-1-4-1 to match the midfielders that they have, because Mönchengladbach have a pretty decent midfield selection with starman Tim Kleindienst up top. But there are weaknesses like the goalkeeper, which you could put Omlin in, but he's 31, Nicholas is 27. I think I'd rather the younger player. But you can definitely see that even though he's 20, the left centre-back is a weakness. Could also do with a CDM, or maybe even a right-back, or maybe even a left-back, who knows, with a couple loans coming out. So now let's go and have a look at the transfers. Now, first of all, let's have a look at the youth academy. Now, we've got Hendrik Yilmaz, looks decent, but players with the most potential: Elias Bruno, Max Erdmann, who currently looks absolutely woeful. I could be better than this. Noah Webber, Mapempa Busia, and Tony Moser. Will any of these become stars? I don't think so, but you've always got to have a little bit of faith. But I will send one scout to Germany throughout the whole season and see if we can pick up any other good youth players. So we have two scouts, one to Austria looking for right-backs, centre-backs and strikers, and one to Germany looking for centre-backs, centre-mids, cams and strikers. Obviously tried to find the next Thomas Muller, Gerd Muller, Franz Beckenbauer, and that is basically all for the youth academy for this season. Now, I forgot to mention one of the key rules in my rebuilds. If an offer comes in from a team that is notably bigger than us, for example, I don't know, Man City or Liverpool, or because we're in Germany like Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund, we'd have to accept it. But for example, this offer for Lukas Ulrich, we can reject because it's only from Monaco and they aren't as big of a club as we need to accept for. So we can reject this offer and get back on our way. And the first player to leave in the first rebuild of the year is none other than, and I can't remember which one this is, I think it's the guy that's going out on loan to Camp, yeah it is, Niklas Zwider is going to Campisasa. If I've butchered that, then I am so sorry. This is followed by the departure of Cardoso to Werder Bremen. He is the Luxembourg goalkeeper. And Grant Leon Ranos to Wrexham, as well as Charles Herman to Darmstadt. It's position change time. Kevin Sturger goes up 1 rating. And now, if you're wondering what I put the development plans on, I put it on the one that makes them grow faster, because I don't really care about the roles that they have. After all, I only want my players to grow in this rebuild. Another position change now for Gio Reyna to a left mid. Yeah, nothing really happens. And a change for Nathan Yomu. I've absolutely butchered that, haven't I? Nothing happens again, so time to go sign our first player of the rebuild. However, we have to be smart with our money, because if we enter the finances, our budget is £12 million. Yeah, the only reason why it's in pounds is because I don't really understand euros, so don't crucify me for that. I will put it on euros next time. I just forgot to change it because I thought I was going to be doing a English rebuild. But if I bring your attention to my spin the wheel, because we do love a spin the wheel, and yeah, basically, this is the spin the wheel of every rebuild idea that I have, and then I spin it, and like Monchengladbach's here, and yeah, there you go. That's what I do, and then after spinning it, I'll shuffle it, and then we go again. And if I've done a rebuild, I get rid of them and maybe add a few more ideas. So that is how my spin the wheel for rebuilds works. And the first signing of the rebuild, we have signed Bright, Ari and B for 3.6 million to go in the left back slot. The left centre back slot for Monchengladbach. Now here is our first victim. I will go in to negotiate this, but unfortunately we will be losing Elvedi to Leverkusen if he agrees terms, but I would like 12.5 million. If they walk out, oh, never mind. That's just a waste of Leverkusen's time, but at least we get to keep Elvedi. But it did say they'd be willing to negotiate up to 13 million, so technically they're liars. 1 month in for the scouts, and we have no good youth academy players coming in yet. And our next player to leave the club, it is Oscar Fraulo to Sheffield United. He was rumoured to go to Derby County at some point last season, Fraulo. He just hasn't lived up to his potential, and I just wanted the money to go and improve somewhere else because he did not really fit into the side, I don't think. And we will be getting a lot more money than I thought we would. However, I will delegate it this time so they don't walk out immediately, so they can actually negotiate. But unfortunately, it looks like Frank Honorat will be leaving us for Dortmund. And by the looks of the back of his head, can you guess who it is? Yes, you can. It's Stefan Ortega for the goalkeeper position. He is signed for Monchengladbach for 7.4 million. And another player out the door. Tobias Sippel goes to Lask Linz in Austria for £250,000. Hey up! The Monchengladbach Ultras have done something. In an impressive display of loyalty, fans are stepping up to financially support the club for the upcoming season. Season ticket sales are strong, and this guarantees your transfer budget. This unwavering support demonstrates the strong bond between the club and its supporters while delivering much needed funds to strengthen the squad. Well, I understand that. Oh no. We also have to sell Frank Honorat to Borussia Dortmund, so it's good and bad at the same time right now. And out the door comes Friendlich. No, that's friendly in German. Out the door goes the 31-year-old centre-back. Oh, no. Ah. Oh, sorry. Jonas Omlin goes to Augsburg. And we get an email from the board saying we get 3 million from it. So that is not as bad as I thought it was. And here's the big one. Frank Honorat leaves to go to Borussia Dortmund, sorry. Leaves one Borussia for the other. We get 25 million though. About 20 million will be put in our transfer budget. And we will be going to sign a right midfielder now. And walking through the door, Yankuba Minte joins from Brighton for £27.2 million. And what rating is this deal? An A. Yes. And another player going out the door, Marvin Friedrich, going to Feyenoord for 3.3 million. Now then, our first game of the season, our first home game of the season at Borussia Park. Now some rebuilds I might play, like, and maybe even do a career mode, but for most of these rebuilds, we'll just be using the quick sim mode. So, our first game of the season, can we beat Hamburg? Yes, we can. Tim Gleindeist with the goal, and we start how we need to go on for this season. Now, our second game of the season against Stuttgart. I don't think we're going to win this. Let's be real. Yeah, we lose 3-1. Egelhart scored our goal, but Stiller with a brace in Dimirovic scores. And now we'll be going to transfer deadline day. Now, we do have an offer here for Rocco Wrights. Now, I'm going to delegate it. If we get less than 28 million, but more than 25 million, I'll probably accept. But for now, I'm not going to be accepting anything just yet. Now, this might be controversial. I'm going to accept this, because if we go to our shortlist, I've got some players that I've been looking at, and we might even be able to sign Zuriko Davidshvili and Mario Strukans with this money, so it's worth it. It is. It really, really is. Halfway through deadline day, Rocco Wrights is gone to Fenerbahce, 21 million, and now it's time to go sign Mario Strukans from Anderlecht. So that is one of two signings on deadline day. Mario Strukans is through the door, quickly followed by David Ashvili. Yeah, we lost Nathan Yumu and 4.3 million, but it was worth it for this guy who had 2 Player of the Months in League One last FC game, which was FC 25. Deadline day is over, and the next time we'll see you on video is January, where we have a look at where we are in the table. Now, we do have another one of these, and we are going to have to approve the leave. So, he will now be able to leave, and, oh, yeah, you can see the results in September. It's just before the game against Frankfurt, which is pretty annoying and brilliant. We'll have to give him a bit of time off before the game against Freiburg now. But Minter is homesick. Now it's popped up again here. I can either give me time to sort it out, or I can tell him to focus. I'll say give me time to sort it out. Well, this is pretty disappointing. We spent a lot of money on Yankuba Minter, and you know what he goes and does? Submits a transfer request 6 months in because he's homesick. Absolutely bloody brilliant. We are in January now, but I don't think I'll be signing any players unless we get a big offer for Minter and I have to sign a right mid. I might just block his offers, but Tim Kleindist leads the goals and Kevin Sturger leads the assists. Now let's get into it and see if any transfers happen in January. Now then, 17 games into the season, which if you don't know what the Bundesliga is, it's a 34-game season, so halfway through, we've played each team once, we've got 25 points, 7, 4 and 6, so not drawing too many games, but certainly looking better than real life, so currently this rebuild is being pretty successful. Now, I know this doesn't really matter because this is a Monchengladbach, but as I'm recording this, Ange Postecoglou's just been sacked. They've only just finished the game, as he just stormed on the pitch and just went, "You're fired," like Lord Sugar or something. Jesus Christ. Forest might be the next team we rebuild, even if it means having to take them to Champions League glory as a Derby County fan. But to be frankly honest, they are in a position where they do need it, so if you want to see that, and also see me suffer whilst doing it, then like and subscribe and comment, because I will. But until then, let's continue with Monchengladbach. January is done. Now we'll go to the end of the season and then reflect on what has happened in the first season of the Monchengladbach rebuild. The Bundesliga season is over and we're not in the top 6. We're 7th. We've missed out on Europe. We've missed out on the goal that they wanted us. Who's going down though? Heidenheim, St. Pauli and possibly Hamburg. Oh well, we need to bounce back though in Season 2. Now our stats. 17 goals from Tim Kleindist. And for the assists, 10 assists from Kevin Sturger, 5 assists from Neuhaus and Sander, and Neuhaus and Sturger both submitted transfer requests. Minter is still homesick and won't leave, so that's annoying. And yeah, that is it for season 1 of the rebuild.